All right, LeBron James says he's the greatest player in NBA history. I mean, you didn't get that from Magic. You didn't get that from Bird, at least not while they was playing. And that's like one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like LeBron. Remember when LeBron lost the first championship versus in Miami versus Dallas, and he told us to go back to our miserable lives. I tell you why I don't like LeBron before I even get done with the introductory. So people always say, why you don't like LeBron? You see what he do for his friends. That's off the court. It's not personal. When y'all talk about these athletes, it's not personal. I'm talking about from a sports perspective. It's like if you talking about like if you watch a TV show and you be like, I don't like Omar from The Wire. Rest in peace to Michael K. Williams. I don't like Omar from The Wire, and you talking about his character. You're not talking about Omar or Michael K. Williams, the person. That's what music entertainment is. That's what basketball is. We talking about the athlete on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That's a persona. He could be a badass, and he can also be off the court and be a philanthropist. So it's not personal. People always want to make it personal. I don't know this man personally, and all I'm saying is this. When he be dancing on the sideline in Cleveland, he used to be dancing and all. I used to like LeBron Cleveland. When he started dancing on the sideline, and then when he get to the playoffs and all that dancing gone, and he crying and complaining on the floor. I didn't like it how he was dancing in the regular season. Come to playoffs, he wanted to cry and complain to the refs and this, that, and the third. And I ain't like him as a player, bro. I grew up in the era where, you know, business. When I was a child, business, man. Everybody came to handle business. It was tough guys and all that. So, like I said before, ain't nothing personal, bro. I ain't like the way he was front running, hot dogging in the playoffs come. He'd cry, complain to the refs, walk off the floor, he'd choke. I ain't like about it. How he passed the ball up for the final shot and all types of stuff. But that's just my opinion right there. It's my opinion. But him saying he the greatest player of all time while being active, I don't like that neither. I'll be real, I ain't like that neither, bro. I ain't like that neither, bro. Like, why you saying you the greatest? Of course you supposed to feel like you the greatest. Keep it to yourself. When they do the LeBron documentary, 30 for 30, when you go into the Hall of Fame and they ask you your questions and all that, then you can say, yeah, I feel like I was the greatest. Like, bro, your story ain't even complete. And then the timing you say you the greatest, like, bro, you getting your head smashed in every night. And then you blaming Rob Pelinka. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about that too. He blaming Rob Pelinka, for him losing, but you the one that's pulling all the strings too. You blaming Rob Pelinka because now he never take accountability, and that's one thing I don't like about LeBron either. He don't take accountability. That's the main thing. It's always he passing blame. LeBron James believes he's the greatest player ever to live. And he supposed to feel that, but you ain't supposed to say it, bro, until it's over with. Before Sunday's All-Star game, LeBron James sat down with TNT's Kenny Smith, and he was asked what makes the greatest player in history. During the explanation, James again reiterated that he believes he's the best ever to play. James discussed his mindset after winning the 2016 Finals with the Cavaliers, in which Cleveland came back from 3-1 against heavily favorite Warriors. He said, "quote At that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm the greatest player people have ever seen in all facets." James said, "I can play the 1 through the 5. I can guard 1 through 5. I did something that's never been done in history in the sport." So he gave an explanation. In your era, you could play 1 through 5, but you couldn't guard David Robinson. You couldn't guard Rasheed Wallace. You couldn't guard Llewellyn Center, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain. In your era, you can guard Draymond Green. In your era, you probably can't guard Joel Embiid. And at the end of the day, if you feel you can guard 1 through 5, then why don't you never take on the challenge or taking on the best player at least down the stretch? When it was Derrick Rose having the ball, he would gladly. He was a bully. That's LeBron James was a bully. When it came down to guarding Derrick Rose in the playoffs, he'd guard Derrick Rose, right? When it came down to guarding, somebody like I don't know, somebody like Kevin Durant, you know what I'm saying? He would shy away from the challenge. And when he did guard Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant put the dagger right through his chest. And then everybody, LeBron James fan excuses, well, we was on the super team. Well, you did it first. You created a super team first. What you expect? Everybody gonna follow your lead. You did it first. So Kevin Durant was like, "Hey, big bro did it. I can do it." It's like the dunk contest when LeBron James didn't compete in the dunk contest, right? When everybody else said, you know what, Russell Westbrook was like, I ain't got to do it. Dwayne Wade said, you know what, I ain't that creative. I respect that. Anthony Edwards said, I ain't got to do it. DeMar, everybody else that came after LeBron, DeMar DeRozan, I don't know if he did. A lot of stars that, stop saying Derrick Rose didn't do it. Westbrook didn't do it. A lot of the guys stopped saying I ain't doing it. LeBron ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. And LeBron said a lot of bad habits in basketball. And throughout history, you cannot guard 1 through 5. And throughout your career, you did not take on the toughest challenger unless they were small like Derrick Rose. And when you did take on Steph Curry, you got put in the blender in the finals. When you did take on Kevin Durant, you got the dagger put to your throat. He did not take on the best defensive challenge that people will make excuses. Well, offensively, he exerted so much energy. It's no excuse. At least when Jordan was getting cooked by Magic, at least he tried, bro. This dude be having to get switched on players, bro. So, yeah, come on. In all facets, bro, you're not the best defender. You're not a better defender than Michael. Come on. So, through all facets, you a good passer? Absolutely. You a good scorer? Absolutely. Good facilitator? Absolutely. Absolutely. But you talking about the whole aspect of the game winning, you don't win. Clutch factor, yeah, you ain't Kobe. You ain't Michael. You know what I'm saying? You ain't Bird. As far as did you take the NBA to a new level commercially? No, you heard it. And also with technology, people being able to stream it hurt the game too. But you didn't. Like, what did you leave what was LeBron mark on basketball? What was the LeBron mark on basketball? It was the business. Making super teams popular. He was with Kevin Durant and Kevin Garnett. They was old, bro. They was old. And Minnesota didn't have to trade Kevin Garnett to the Boston, and neither did Seattle to trade Ray Allen to Milwaukee. Nobody put a gun in their head. LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, and they tried to get Melo instead of Bosh. Melo didn't listen. They all colluded to make that team. People said, well, Miami wasn't good before he got there. Of course it wasn't. If you put LeBron on that Miami team without Bosh, would they win a championship? No, they would not. He would not even went there. He knew Wade would stand. He knew Wade would take a pay cut. He knew Bosh would take a pay cut. He'd take a pay cut to make more. And then he still couldn't get it done. He still couldn't dominate like Golden State. So you're not the greatest, bro. You hurt the game making super teams popular. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the impact that Steph Curry. Nobody hoop like LeBron. Everybody want to be like Steph. Steph had the biggest impact on the game. So you being the greatest player, then you saying it while you an active player and while you getting your head bashed in every game. Don't make it nobody. Which year 19, year 18. Hey, nobody tell that old nigga to still be playing. Come on, you lost in the final 6 times, bro. And you should have lost 7 if the referees didn't suspend Draymond Green. So, like I said before, you're not the greatest. Have you heard Michael Jordan say he the greatest, bro? One of the greatest. Have you ever seen Michael Jordan say, I'm the greatest basketball player? I never remember hearing Michael say that. And I ain't the biggest Michael fan either. We ever remember Michael saying, I'm the greatest player? He said, I just want to be one of the greatest. LeBron said, I'm the greatest. You're not the greatest. We played in the soft, watered-down era with no big man left. And Steph Curry has dominated it. So I ain't trying to hear that. So come on. James appeared all 18 All-Star time. His team came on top, and he hit it before James ran into his idol. I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. I ain't trying. And you supposed to believe you the best. Don't get me wrong, but you ain't supposed to say it publicly while you still playing. And he ain't the best. If anything, he was part of the destruction of the National Basketball Association, even though he was getting his head cracked in every finals. Ain't the I don't care what none of his cronies say. I don't care none of his fanboys say. All he do is get his head bust in with a super team. Head bust in Cleveland. Head bust in. Couldn't even keep Kyrie happy. That's impossible though. So because he beat the Warriors 3-1, come on. I don't really care. If he had Kyrie and old boy last year, Kyrie and Kevin Love the previous year, he would have cracked their head. He should have cracked their head twice. The Warrior team, I don't care if they won 72 in the regular season, they wasn't that good, especially when the playoff time come on. Man, them jump shots stop falling. But you still needed help for them to suspend Draymond. Still. So yeah, that'll make you the best, bro. Like, is that the highest rated finals? No. Was it high? It was highly rated, but I mean, it is what it is, bro. He feel the way he feel. It's not a fact. Yeah, he top five in my opinion. Yeah, he top five, but like I said before, when Michael missed the playoffs in his career, it never happened. Unless it was with Washington. That nigga was, come on, in his prime. But let's move on, right? Because I can't stand LeBron as a basketball player, bro. He messed up the NBA. I don't care what none of y'all niggas say. But it says, apparently Klutch Sports, aka LeBron James, is not happy with Rob Pelinka. That's why Magic Johnson got out of there. Real talk. That's why Magic slid up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He said that, Rob, he said report situation between Rob Pelinka and Klutch Sports is similar to the early days of a war. It says this has, quote, this has to all come as a shock to the Lakers, and especially their vice president of basketball operations, Rob Pelinka, who has repeatedly yielded to James and the inappropriately, named Klutch Sports Group that represents and wrote the Athletics Bill Orm, quote, why appropriate? He said because James and his, quote, LeBron James and his agent Rich Paul long grabbed hold of the Lakers organization are now beginning to really squeeze. Quote, the situation is tense enough that one source close to the Lakers likened it to the early days of a war. Quote, so far, the Lakers have shown a particular willingness to engage in battles with their superstar. But sources saying Pelinka has insisted internally that there are no hard feelings between the two sides. Of course, he's not going to say it's no hard feelings. Of course. He said Rich Paul caused rumors of him wanting the Lakers to trade Russell Westbrook in the first round for John Wall. Damn lie. At the end of the day, man, LeBron, what's another reason? This is the reason I don't like LeBron James. So he don't take accountability, bro. This is all his doing. And now he traded all their capital. Now Anthony Davis not working out. Rob Pelinka did it. He's a figurehead. He did everything else. So now it's not working out. Now LeBron going to leave after next year. Already saying, I might go back to Cleveland. He about to lead the Lakers organizations in ruins. They about to be down and out for years to come. And LeBron gonna carry on to another team. That's exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to happen. LeBron James is leaving this team in ruins. They deprived of draft picks. They left with beat up Anthony Davis, and he gonna move on to another team. And that's what he gonna do. He got one more year after this season contract. They did everything LeBron told them to do. They did this, Jerry West and all that, let LeBron control everything. And, Magic Johnson seen which way it was coming. Magic was smart, got up out of there, and let LeBron drink his wine. They let LeBron play when he want to play. They let LeBron not play when he not want to play. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron wanted Frank Vogel fired, he'd be fired. They did everything LeBron asked him to do. And all LeBron do is going to slide to another organization. That's it. This is LeBron's worst GM job ever. It is. This is his worst general manager job ever. Anybody with a brain knew Westbrook wasn't going to work. LeBron is not willing to give up the basketball. So that's why LeBron is probably going to have a difficult ending. Because LeBron does not know how to play without the basketball. I don't care if y'all, how many 2-minute clips, 10-minute clips y'all show me out of a 30-year career, him scoring without the basketball. That's why it's going to be hard. With LeBron James, though, that's where it's going to be hard for him to fit in with somebody else unless they make him the point guard. But then again, even Chris Paul got to get a ball up to Devin Booker sometime. And now he destroyed the Lakers. Now he about to move on. Y'all watch Dragon Ball Z? When Freezer blew up the planet Vegeta, and they was like, we did everything you asked us to do, Freezer. He was like, hey, appreciate that, but I got to blow y'all planet up and kill all of y'all. So, I mean, this is what it is. LeBron, LeBron had to deal with LeBron say, and then LeBron move on. When everything looked bleak, he make a mistake. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to find me on social media? Hit the Linktree link in the description. We're going to take you everywhere I'm at. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Check out the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know in the comment section.